A new polar vortex is forming in the stratosphere over the North Pole and will bring its impact upon... Oh, let me see.
Sounds like a skill issue for the North Pole.
Yeah, yeah. As nights get longer over the polar regions and temperatures drop, it is strengthening slower than usual this year, which could have winter implications during the winter of 2024-2025.
Okay, I mean, actually, I've got a funny story to tell.
What?
So I follow Chubby Nugget on Instagram, right?
Yeah.
And so I get some of his posts. I open Instagram, and the first thing I see is a post of him and his girlfriend French kissing, right? So I'm like, bro, no disrespect, but I don't want to open Instagram. The first thing I see is your fucking mouth. You know what he responded with?
Skill issue.
Skill issue.
I called it.
I'm like, fuck you. Because he knows I've been single since 2018.
What happened to your other woman?
What?
What happened to your ex?
Hang on. I wanted to see if she liked being gay or straight better. She dated a woman and me at the same time. Realized she liked dating women better. So basically cheated on me. And lied to my face about it.
Ugh.
And I only found out through a friend of mine that she actually turned against me.
That sucks.
Yep.
Well, that was over like 6 years ago, so it don't really matter now.
But yeah. But you know what the worst part is?
What?
I found out that she has this weird little pattern with this thing where basically a new school year will start, or would start for her because she graduated in the same grade and whatnot. She would see either this person or this group of people that she wanted to hang out with, kind of listen into their conversations, figure out what they like, lie about liking those things if she doesn't, hang out, and then like become close to them because of that, hang out with them for the rest of the year, and then summer break would happen, and by the time the school year starts, she'd act like she never even fucking knew the people that she would hang out with last year.
That's cruel.
Because I never saw her hanging out with the same person or group of people for more than 1 year. And when I was in 7th grade, there was this, when that happened, there was this one girl, who was her, who they both considered to be best friends with each other. And then I found out in 9th grade, at least according to her, she fucking hated her. So either way, she lying.
That sucks.
But yeah, there's a little bit more to the fucking thing. So one of the kind of funny interactions I had with her was it was 9th grade, because she homeschooled during 8th grade, so I didn't interact with her at all. But she came back at the start of 2nd quarter my freshman year. She was in my science class, which nothing really happened there, but she was in my English class. Okay. And this is where the kind of funny interactions happened, because so the first things first, on her first day there, the teacher decides to ask a question, right? I don't remember what the question is, but you want to know what her answer was?
What?
Sometimes lying is good because it can get you out of a bad situation. I'm like, fuck. That hurt. That fucking hurt.
So that just gave it away.
That fucking hurt. Like, I was in the room at the same time because, obviously.
So
and
what, that just
my
gave
friends,
it away?
And and both my friends who knew, she was my ex, looked over at me and they could just see the fucking, like, I'm sitting there like, oh, fuck, that hurt. Because I almost felt like a genuine, like, tinge or something in my heart when she said that. And they're like, bro, are you okay? Well, yeah, man. And then, so because of the fact that we have similar reading levels and whatnot, we were grouped up into the same groups due to our, I think it was IXL reading, like our IXL reading scores and whatnot. And so she would already sit down at the group, right? I walk over to. She had already sit down at the chair. I walk over and I put my stuff down at the same set of 4 desks. As I'm walking away to grab a Chromebook because they decided to, we weren't going to have a Chromebook that we were all going to carry with us. We were just going to get our own. We were just going to get a Chromebook from the classroom, right? As I'm walking away to grab the stuff, I hear her let out a verbal enough fuck. Like I hear her to literally just drop. I hear her just go fuck.
She
right?
dropped the Chromebook.
No. It wasn't because of that. It was not because of that. When I sat back down, I walked back over there. I sat back down, and then she looked me dead in the eyes and said, "Truce?" She legitimately asked me for a truce.
The fuck?
When she sat back down, because she knows that she must have known that I knew. But I was like, fine, just because I didn't want to fucking start anything. But yeah. Wacky ass fucking interactions.
There was just one time in civics, like I usually never did the work. I took the like final test there. I got a perfect score, perfect, every answer correct, and I was like, what the fuck? How?
But yeah. I had some weird ass fucking interactions, and the 2 other guys that were sitting at the table with me and her, whenever they weren't there. They were like, one of the times she wasn't there, they were like, "Is there like history between the 2 of you?" And she was like, "Yeah, she cheated on me." And they're like, "Oh damn, you 2 seem a good couple." I was like, I thought the same 2 years ago. But yeah, just absolutely fucking wild. Yeah,
We're in Savage, bro.
And there was always this, and each time I would see her hanging out with a new person, a new group, a new friend or whatnot. There's always a small part of me that was like, there's always a small part of me that wanted to like warn them or something, But then I was like, they're not gonna fucking listen to me. They're not gonna fucking listen to their best friend's ex, because apparently, she just kind of. And I know that she talks about me because because when she was in the freshman class, and this was before we were grouped together, like how we were one of the girls kind of, it was a separate girl that was kind of grouped up with me and me and my friends, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I know." It's like, "Oh yeah, I know she's your ex." She told me. I was like, "Oh okay." So apparently, yeah. See, I was like, who are they gonna fucking listen to? Their friend, quote unquote, friend, or the, or the ex-boyfriend of their friend, like who are you gonna fucking listen to, Like, I wanted to step in and try to save them from, just basically being flat out fucking lied to. But at the same time, it's like, they're not gonna listen. They're not gonna believe me. So I just kind of turned myself off to that feeling.
Triple star system.
Yeah. And I used to fucking hate her with every fucking fiber of my being. Like every ounce of me that I had was just filled with anger towards that fucking woman. But then 22, I couldn't hold on to that anymore. I just couldn't hold on to that anymore.
Okay, so on to a new subject. What the fuck is Savage doing?
Shitting. Aggressively. This is one of those, like, you get fucking butt-ass naked and you're fighting for your life type shits. Have you had one of those before? They're not fun.
Like... where you just can't hold in that big wet shit?
Yeah, basically, where it just keeps coming out of you.
Oh my god, that's so uncomfortable.
Yeah. Or like, or like when you have like diarrhea, but at the same time your stomach is fucking killing you because of it the entire time. You're like, because I'll be sitting there, I'll shit a little bit, and then and then like, by the time like my stomach's cramping, by the time my stomach's done cramping, I get up and then it's like, nope, I gotta shit again. Basically, my bowels just deciding to empty themselves on a random Saturday night. It's like 3 in the morning, and I've been sitting on the toilet for like 2 hours. But yeah. How's your love life been? How's your relationship life been?
Never focused on it.
I was about to say, you may not fucking believe it, but I'm for some reason I'm a fucking god at giving relationship advice.
Ugh.
As I explained, half my friends are only in relationships because of me.
Well, let me go say, hey, don't be nervous.
No.
The worst she'll say is no.
Kind of. Basically, I just talk to them and I ask them what's stopping you from hesitating, you know? And then I just talk them down on it. I was like, yeah, we've been waiting for you to finish shitting. Like, I'll say, like, I'll ask them, like, do you know them well enough? Like, I'll ask, like, do you know them well enough to know if, like, they'll, like, point and laugh at you or whatnot, you know? Because that's what's, you know, the big thing, is that, you know, they'll point and laugh at you or say, like, you know? It's like, do you really think she's one to do that? And whatnot, yada yada, I'll go on. And then I call them. I remember I talked to my friends into, you know, asking out his girl, asking out his, you know, his crush, and, you know, she said yes. So I remember the next day, me, him, and 2 others, basically the 4 of us, we're all on a Zoom call together, basically making sure bro's not forgetting anything for his date. Because, yeah, they went on a fucking date literally the next day. Alright, go ahead and start it up. But yeah, bro went on a fucking date the next day after asking her out. I was like, do you have your wallet to make sure you can pay? Do you have your phone to make sure nothing happens? Whatnot, yada yada. He was too young enough to have a car, so I didn't have to worry about keys or whatnot, but yeah. Are your shoes tied? Shirt tucked in? Have cologne on? Don't want to fucking smell like you're a fucking dumpster rat. So Savage, are either of you here?
Yeah.
Fucking Sosa, now he's taking a shit, I guarantee it. But yeah, I was just explaining to him the story of my ex-girlfriend.
Hmm.
Do you want to hear it or no? So,
Sure.
Alright, so basically, 6 years ago, I'm dating this girl. And it turns out that, I guess it was because it was 7th grade and our, you know, emotions are starting to blossom or whatever fucking shit you want to say. She decided, I want to test to see if I like dating men or if I like dating women. So she dated a girl at the same time as dating me. Decided she liked dating girls more. And just broke up with me under a completely different pretense than, hey, I don't want to date men anymore. She was like, I might move back to Kentucky, so I don't want to do a long distance relationship. I didn't even find out through her the next year. I found out through a friend of mine that she turned against me.
Damn.
But yeah, so that sucked. At least she got homeschooled 8th grade year, so I didn't have to deal with her. But then she came back, and I had to deal with her in my freshman English class, which was kind of annoying. But there was one.
Okay, so instead of 3 fried chickens, I get 4.
All right, hang on. Yes, Mom?
What the fuck?
Yeah?
Yes, Mom?
He's talking to his mommy. I wish I could
Clip
be
it,
his
clip it,
mommy.
clip it, clip it.
You clip it.
Hold on, alright. No, you clip it, let's clip it.